Hello and welcome to today's video, where we're going to take you through a quick walkthrough of one of the latest exciting features we're about to release here at Omnos. Now, today's feature that we're going to demonstrate here is being built due to popular demand. And that's because we get asked a very common question, which is where do we start? Now, that is the perfect question to be asking if you're looking at doing any form of objective laboratory testing, because we want to know for sure that the thing we're looking into is going to get us to where we want to go. When we're trying to optimize our health or just normalize and improve our health from a state of dysregulation, it's important that we take into context how we are experiencing life. And that is actually the original motivation for engaging with symptomology and building the symptoms questionnaire for our current platform. Now, as people who have used our platform before and who are engaging our platform currently, they'll know that we have quite an extensive symptom questionnaire. Now, what we've done is we've taken the data and the information that we collect from you, for that sort of symptomatic profile that is built from you answering those questions, and we can now use that data and that information to better recommend which tests are going to be most likely to reveal what we need to see in order to move you forward in your health journey. So we can see which tests should be recommended based on your personal symptomatic profile. Now, there's two ways of engaging with the symptom questionnaire now. The standard way is through your dashboard, as usual, filling out the whole questionnaire. But we also understand that people starting with us may not want to go straight into filling out 200 odd questions. So we've made smaller questionnaires that we can access via the shop that are related to each individual test. So for example, if we go to the shop here, we look at the hormones test, we look into it to find out more information, and we scroll down through there and we can see this little purple box. Is this test right for you? And we can click on that and go through to its own small personalized questionnaire. So we can go through here, just make a quick change on here to make sure it registers a new questionnaire. We can see there's 33 questions in this questionnaire particularly, so that shouldn't take you too long to get through. It's just tick boxes. You can click submit, and we get a strength of match to that test and our personalized symptomatic profile. So these matches can go from very, very weak to very strong. And we can also see some of the symptoms related to the answers that we've given that are related to this test. So we can see that we can go straight through and buy that test, or we can also go follow the next steps where we can go and do the full self-assessment to see what's going on more globally. Now, the strength of match test is great for the individual tests, looking into if that test is going to be useful for you. But what happens when you want to look at seeing which test might be better for you in comparison? Well, that's where the full questionnaire really starts to come into its own here now in this regard. Because once we fill out the full questionnaire, we just skip to the end, again, change one answer, and we can get a ranking between every single test on the dashboard. And we can see here the top match test has been the genes test for us. If we click on through to the dashboard, let's try and publish my latest results. Right, and just refresh this page just to make sure everything gets loaded properly. And we can see here now the questionnaire has been filled out. So we have our wellness score and our health score. And then as we go through past this, we'll see our best matched test. Here is the genes test, as we saw before. But on top of that, we can see how other tests on the platform have ranked against it. So we can see if you might go, genes is great, but I'm not actually interested in genes. I want to find more out about how well my digestion is doing functionally right now, or how well my immune system is doing, or so on and so forth. So we can see how other tests that might not be as well matched to your symptoms, but more matched to what you actually want to find out, are still matching high. So it can help you make decisions between various tests, as well as making direct recommendations to what fits your symptoms the best. So we can see that here on the dashboard itself, and also in the shop. When you're looking at the shop itself, you'll see information on how these tests are ranked. You can see it here, second matched. And if we click on that, you'll have a notion here of its matching in the actual shop page itself. So, and you can still go and retake the individual questionnaires as well, but realistically, the full ranking will overwrite any form of strength of match once you have the full questionnaire done. So this was really helpful for figuring out where to start, but it also can be helpful at making decisions about where to go next as well. But this is predominantly done on your symptoms and does not take into account your live biomarkers at this point in time. That may change in the future, but right now we're just focusing on how symptoms are used to recommend tests. Now, if you do get something like a genes test as top matched, and then you take a genes test, that will then therefore be removed and no longer be shown to you. And that's because it's not worth doing a genes test more than once. So the system will automatically pick that up and remove that from the options. But any other functional test that is useful doing again and again and again will be recommended based on your symptoms. So that also makes it very important to update your symptom questionnaire, every now and then, every 3 months, 4 months or so, because that can give you a better indication of how your health has changed and which tests may be the best next option for you. Anyway, I hope that's all been very helpful for you. I hope you get great use out of this latest feature, and I look forward to seeing people using it and the feedback that we get from it in the coming weeks and months. Thank you all for joining, and I will speak to you again.